everybody, it is Natalie from Power Moon Tarot. Welcome to your reading, and today's reading is called Kiss You Back, and we are going to discuss your person's thoughts and feelings and what's happening as I move this chair and what's happening in this connection. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get into it today. We have 3 piles to choose from. Pile number 1 with the orange tea light, pile number 2 with the white tea light, and pile number 3 with the blue tea light. So take a deep breath, a deep and cleansing breath, everybody. And think about what you're feeling today. Do you feel like orange? Do you feel like white? Do you feel like blue? What are you feeling? Happy holidays, everybody. Okay, so that came out of nowhere, but anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the orange tea light, and today's reading is called Kiss You Back. We're gonna find out what this person is thinking and feeling at this time as it relates to this connection that you have with them, pile number 1. So let's go ahead and get into it today. And say, spirits, angels, and guides, please connect me to the energy of pile number 1, who comes here today with an open heart, seeking your guidance. Thank you for allowing me to be the medium in the channel between yourself and lovely pile number 1. Let's go ahead and begin pile number 1. Okay. For pile number 1. Okay, so Spirit's talking to me about a black coat. So maybe you guys recently talked to someone about a coat that you want, or getting a different coat, or you just put your coat on. Let's go ahead for pile number 1, please, for my black coats in pile number 1. Kind of reminds me of like those hackers, like the white hats and the black hats and the black coats. But anyway, pile number 1, let's go ahead and see what is going on in their thoughts and feelings. Okay, so we have the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, reversed. So somebody, this could be you, pile number 1, not feeling particularly grounded or certain about this connection at this point. But for some of you, it could be a relatively new connection. So it might be a little bit hard to say, but let's go ahead and see pile number 1. We have the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, we have the 2 of Pentacles reversed, and we have the 4 of Cups reversed. Okay, so with the 10 of Pentacles, I feel like this person is, you know, they're wanting to come out of a funk is what I feel, pile number 1. And I think that they haven't been able to make decisions about things in the past because they've waited too long to like see things. They've waited too long to see the evidence, I think, you know. And I feel like with the Ace of Pentacles reversed on the bottom of the deck, this person may have a hard time trusting things, and they may have a hard time, they may just have a hard time with change and with trying new things. Now, the 10 of Pentacles is a great card, but it's also, you know, it's also the Pentacles expressed in its like most dense form. So it's at the very bottom of the tree of life. So it's very, very dense, saying, you know, that this person is wanting to see the results of what they've been working on. And I do feel like this person wants to have some type of a commitment, pile number 1. But I also feel like they have a goal in mind with the 10 of Pentacles, but I also feel like sometimes they get mixed up. And this is a person who may be better in a relationship versus starting a relationship with the 10 of Pentacles, or with the Ace of Pentacles reversed on the bottom. You know, some people do better in the relationship phase and are not very good at the courtship phase during times of uncertainty, okay? But I do feel like there's something here with this person that makes them want something with you, and you know, feels like there could be there could be something strong and enduring here. Okay, but I also feel like with the Two of Pentacles reversed and the Four of Cups reversed, they don't really know how to go about it. And with the Four of Cups in the past, I think they've been a little bit leery of putting themselves out there and making a fool of themselves only to, like, you know, for nothing, right? This is a person that I feel like needs to see results. With the Ten of Pentacles, they're a person, the proof is in the pudding. They need to see the results, pile number one, okay? And, you know, and I think that they, in the past, have been very unsure about some people that they've been with. And I also feel like with the Ten of Pentacles, they have a vision of what they'd like their family life or their life to be in the future, okay? And sometimes people have this vision of what they think family life is going to be or what life is going to be in the future, but they don't want to make a lot of changes, and they don't want to really, they don't really want to put themselves out there. The Four of Cups reversed is kind of a withdrawal, okay? And the Two of Pentacles reversed is, you know, the Two of Pentacles in the tarot is the Lord of harmonious changes. So with the Two of Pentacles reversed, we're not really sure of how to make something happen. We're not sure of how to kind of, and you know, with the Ace of Pentacles reversed and then having the Two of Pentacles here, this person may feel that they got off on the wrong foot with you, or that they gave you the wrong impression, or that things started in a weird way, okay? But I like that the Ten of Pentacles is here because it shows that they are serious about things in their life, and they are thinking about, and not just thinking, right? But they're also, it's important for them to be successful. This person may be very into their work or into their career. They may be very disciplined in some cases too. I feel like this person could be very disciplined about some things in their life, but in other areas, they don't really know what they're doing. You know, some people can get up and go to work every day and have their things organized at their job and, you know, be on top of things and really be on a good path. But when it comes to their relationships, are, you know, awkward or unsure or don't really know how to proceed, okay? So interesting. Let's see what else is going on in this situation, pile number one. We have vows with the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so I mean serious, right? And then I miss you. Wow, okay, with the Two of Pentacles reversed, okay? So, you know, this, you may be missing this person, they may be missing you, but somebody's missing somebody here, pile number one. And I miss you, okay? And especially during this time of year, right now we're in the holiday season, and it has people sometimes thinking about if things could have been better, and if, you know, sometimes with the Two of Pentacles, it's not anybody's fault. It's just that circumstances or timing really didn't line up, okay? And things were inconvenient, you know? And the Two of Pentacles reverse can definitely talk about something being inconvenient. Yeah, so we have I miss you and vows. Interesting. We have rest with the Four of Cups reversed, and I was talking about withdrawal, and I was talking about quiet, and somebody, you know, somebody knowing what they want with the Ten of Pentacles, but not really able to start something with the Ace of Pentacles reversed on the bottom of the deck here, okay? We have ladder, climbing towards success. Yeah, this person has an idea of where they want to get in life and how they want to get there. I'm also seeing, what is that I'm seeing? I feel like I'm seeing a roll of paper towels on a, some people, I've hardly ever seen this, pile number one, but some people have like a bar across in their kitchen, and they have the paper towels on it. like, you know, normally you would kind of like have that for your toilet paper, but I'm seeing it kind of like somebody having a bar in their kitchen with the paper towels on it. I can't say that I've seen that very often. Okay. Somebody may have some weird stuff around their house. Like, I feel somebody could be redoing something or redesigning something, or somebody's a handyman, or somebody's got some weird, not weird in a bad way, just like different setup than unusual setup is what I feel like using a different room for a different purpose. You know, like this is supposed to be the bathroom, but I'm using it for whatever. This is supposed to be the kitchen, but I'm using it for blah, blah, blah. So that's really interesting. Okay, pile number one. But anyway, we have climbing towards success, right? So this person really when it comes to you is, you know, thinking about a long-term plan, I feel like, with the Ten of Pentacles, because the Ten of Pentacles is a really long-term plan. You know, and it feels like a wish. It feels like someone is wishing for something. Someone is missing something or wishing for something. Okay. And yeah, very interesting. Let's see what else we have here. We have grasshopper, situations in the balance that require careful handling. Yeah, for sure. I mean, situations in the balance with the Two of Pentacles that require careful handling. And like I said, when you talk about timing and relationships and circumstances, and you know, I'm getting this thought of like, how am I going to get there? Pile number one. You know, like how this person is thinking, how am I going to get there? You know, and I feel like this person they want to get there with this climbing toward success in their life and in their relationships in general. But there's some circumstances in their life right now that are causing them to be a little bit inactive and to kind of, especially with their love life, I feel, pile number one, and to kind of sit on the sidelines with the Four of Cups reversed, okay? And like I said, I feel like this person is having to take careful consideration of their next move. Otherwise, you know, it could mess up. Like, you know, with the grasshopper, we can always say, look before you leap, right? In life, we can definitely say that. And a lot of these cards here, especially with the Ten of Pentacles, talking about someone who prefers to be more structured, in their life, we could definitely talk about somebody who really wants to look before they leap, and really wants to examine a situation, okay? And I'm drawn to the buds of the flower that are kind of closed up in the background, which says that, you know, this person may not know how you feel, pile number one, or where you're at in this situation either, you know, and there might not have been enough time. With the Ace of Pentacles reversed, it's like, you know, and I kind of take back what I said earlier about this being a brand new connection. This may not be a brand new connection. This may be a connection where you two faded in and out of each other's lives at various times, okay? You know, I mean, it's funny because the word I can get is middling. You know, when a situation is kind of middling, it's neither here nor there yet. It hangs in the balance, okay? It's in a purgatory. And with the Four of Cups and the Two of Pentacles reversed and the Four of Cups reversed and the Rest card, it's like, not yet, not now. I need to kind of like look at what's happening before I make. And it could be a little bit scary to this person, you know, like taking that in their mind. And theoretically, I feel like they know they're going to have to take a risk if they want a relationship to take root. You know, with the Ace of Pentacles reversed, you know, something's not taking root. If they want a relationship to take root, they're going to have to, you know, I mean, yeah, study the plan and look at things, but I mean, you got to strike a good balance between, overdoing it and underdoing it. You know what I'm saying? Pile number 1, we have 4-leaf clover, great good fortune. Okay, so this person may actually think that it's really lucky that they met you, because I see this grasshopper looking down at this 4-leaf clover like it's you, pile number 1, and I see you really presenting yourself in this situation as a very attractive outcome for this person, or a very attractive, partner or potential life partner for this person. Okay. And I think they see you, pile number 1. I think they do notice you. And, I think they do see you. I think this person has a tendency to get lost in the details, or to over-examine things to the point of inaction, because sometimes I feel like they're afraid with this ladder here. They're a little afraid to take a chance on something different. And this could be a person who's always had in their mind the type of person that they want to marry, or the type of person that they want to be with. And, some of you in this pile could be a little bit different than this person expected. Okay, because sometimes you expect a certain type of person to come into your life, and it's somebody. I don't know why I'm like itching my eye right now, or whatever, because my eye doesn't even itch, or touching the corner of my eye, whatever. But but anyway, pile number 1, I feel like this person, it's causing them pause, to take the next step, or to take the next move. All right. Because there's some careful considerations that need to be thought out here. We have shadow work, dive into the shadow to find the light. Yeah, well, this grasshopper, this poor little grasshopper over here, dive into the shadow to find the light. Deep wounds are in need of illumination. Another thing that I just thought about, pile number 1, as I read that, I just saw deep wounds are in need of communication. And the 4 of Cups can talk about where we don't really feel like talking. We're not satisfied with not talking, but we don't feel like talking at the same time. Okay. And so, I think this person is having to take a look at, how they have an idea of something really beautiful in their mind. But when it comes down to taking the steps with this ladder, they need, it's like they need more assurance, or they need to know what the plan is, or they need to know what's happening. Okay. But I do feel like this person feels very lucky to have met you, and feels that you're like a lucky person in their life, and that you have the ability to bring like good fortune into their life. Okay. And I don't think this person was really expecting you. I think they could have been doing something else, and then you came along. Okay. We have the butterfly. Wow. We have the grasshopper and the butterfly. We have relationships evolving to the next phase. Okay. So this person really having to dig deep here with their own shadow work. All right. And I think, as much as they tell themselves, this is what I want, having a family or marriage or commitment is important to me, success is important to me, et cetera, with the 10 of Pentacles. But with the 2 of Pentacles reversed, I feel like the shadow aspect of that is saying I'm not really willing to kind of take the steps, or I'm feeling hesitant. It's not that I'm not willing, I'm feeling hesitancy. Okay. And yeah, so that's very interesting. But you can see that this person knows that it's going to take a little bit of elbow grease, or a little bit of shadow work here, okay, to help this relationship evolve to the next phase, because it isn't just going to get there on its own accord. I mean, if they wait too long, with the 4 of Cups reversed in the rest card, if they wait too long, a good thing is going to pass them by, and I think that this person is contemplating changing something in their life, pile number one, because they miss you, okay? Because they miss you and, you know, they can't stop thinking about you. I feel like, all right, here, but, you know, but what? Let's see. We have blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. I also just want to say I accept responsibility for my actions. You know, I feel like that's what this should say. Because the Ten of Pentacles could be like, well, I want everything to turn out perfectly and to be like amazing. But I mean, if I'm not doing my part in the situation and taking a little bit of risk and exploring myself on a deeper level, then I'm the one to blame for the fact that this connection didn't go anywhere, or it, and I'm not saying it's not going to go anywhere, pile number one, but I also think this person's shadow work is to work on, you know, how they have not been a willing participant in things they've wanted to create, but wanting them all the same, you know, and they may have expected the person that they were with to kind of create that for them without them having to do much and for it to just kind of show up and be there, okay? But I feel like this person is saying they can't blame their past on anyone else at this point. They have to take responsibility. If things do not move into the next phase, then it's because they failed to, you know, because they were what's that saying? Miss the forest for the trees, or miss the trees for the forest. But anyway, it's because they got too, I feel like they got too engrossed in these minutia details, okay? And about certain situations or about certain things. Like I have to do this, or I have to do that, or I have to think about it, or I have to wait, or I have to, you know, before I can do anything, before anything happens, okay? But at the end of the day, it's on them. You know, if they don't do their shadow work and they don't become like the butterfly, if they can't change, then they know that they're going to be the one to blame, okay? Because they have to accept responsibility for their actions, okay? And I do think this is something that this person is working on right now, pile number one, with the shadow work and butterfly, because, I mean, you can lose a beautiful thing. The butterfly can get up and fly away, right? If a person doesn't really, like, don't miss out on a good opportunity. With this 4-leaf clover, this person was very lucky to meet you. You know, I do feel like you could be a special person to this person, pile number one, or you have the ability to become a special person to this person, but it's going to take some change, you know, on their part. They need to change. They need to take responsibility for, you know, I feel like they also need to take responsibility for the communication. I accept my responsibility for, you know, the lack of communication, or for just not really telling you how I felt, is what I feel here, okay? Because I think they're acknowledging with this ladder that this connection could have gone to the next level, or it has the potential to go to the next level. But if they don't communicate and they don't make effort, then it's not going to, you know? And so I think they understand that, pile number one, or they're starting to understand that through their shadow work. I knew it. I knew we had some Virgo energy in this pile, okay? Because talking about over-analysis, looking at the details, like, you know, getting wrapped up in things, not really missing out on opportunities because, you know, we're analyzing things too much, we're being super critical, you know, yeah. Somebody in their chart here could have Virgo. The funny thing about it is that the Ten of Pentacles in the tarot is a Mercury and Virgo card. And Mercury is exalted and in domicile in Virgo. So it's a very strong placement. for Mercury to be in Virgo. Mercury loves to be in Virgo, thinking and analyzing and looking at things and going over things and looking at the statistics and looking at the ratios and looking, thinking, looking, right? And I do think this person is smart. I do think they have a strong mind, and they may have a very strong mind for business. They may be wanting to move up the ladder. They may be wanting to be successful in all of that and all they do. But I also feel like this person has a shy, awkward kind of thing going on here. Okay. And I do feel like this person doesn't really want to hurt anyone's feelings. Sometimes, especially with the Four of Cups reversed, I feel like this person would rather just kind of keep it inside or like not go there if they feel they're going to hurt someone's feelings. And, sometimes in the piles, I'm like, this person's an asshole. They suck. Da, da, da. I don't feel that way with this situation, pile number one. I just feel this person, I don't feel like they're a jerk or an asshole or whatever. I mean, they got work to do. Shadow work, butterfly, change. They've got things within that they need to work on, okay? But I also feel like at this point, pile number one, for those of you that are Virgo-like, or you've got Virgo in your chart, or you also have a tendency to look at the details of something over and over and over and wondering, did I not do something right here? Did something I do was wrong? Did I do something that, did I do something wrong here? All right. And overanalyzing for sure. Okay. But I also feel like you guys with this Virgo and I analyze. I mean, I feel like this person analyzes, and I also feel like you analyze. You're both analyzing the hell out of everything. We're analyzing in pile number one. But anyway, I mean, and it's so funny with this blame and analyze. Like, yeah, I accept the blame for over analyzing things and looking at things too much and not appreciating. I feel like this person is saying that. Okay. And for you guys, pile number one, if you've been really worried about this or upset about this, I also feel like you guys are kind of shaking your heads right now. Like, yeah, I know I overthink. I know. And sometimes it makes me feel icky, or physically it like brings me down. Okay. And I feel this is a pattern both you and this person could be working on changing, right? Both of you within could be working on letting go of perfectionism is another thing that I see here too. Okay. And I feel like you guys are trying to measure out if this thing is going to evolve to the next level, or is this situation going to change? But I also feel like some of you have decided to kind of like give it a rest, even though you miss this person, because I feel pile number one, the ball's in their court at this point. Okay. And I feel like you guys are really good at keeping track of those points and whose court the ball is really in, Some people are better at that than others. And I feel you guys are very aware. And you're like, yeah, if I overdo it or overindulge in something, I'm the only one to blame here, So I feel like you guys have a good sense of, or you're developing a good sense of discrimination and boundaries and things like that, okay? But I'm going to go ahead, pile number one, I'm going to go ahead, just don't ever let it keep you from doing the things that you want to do, pile number one, or expressing yourself the way you want to express yourself, all right? So pile number one, I am going to go ahead and get a card for you. And we're going to see, this is from, these cards here are from the book, The Art of War. Okay, I thought it would be really fun to bring these in and see what is, okay, there it is. What's the advice for pile number one? Okay, so the advice here is take time to think. Holy cow, what's all the thinking? What are we thinking? What are we analyzing? Maybe you guys are analyzing if this person can really change or what. Okay, so it says, how often are you alone during the course of a day and able to think through important decisions? Okay, so we have situations in the balance that require careful handling. Okay, so maybe some of you have other situations going on in your life too, and you need to be able to think through important decisions. Okay, the advice is to give yourself time and space to think, to meditate. And some of you may be worried like, oh, if I do that, I'm overanalyzing. Hey, you know, like sometimes you've got to give yourself time and space to think, to meditate on any serious issues you may have at home or at work. Okay, so some of you yourselves, pile number 1, may be needing to, you're looking for a situation at work to change or at home to change, okay? This will not replace your instinctual thoughts, but it will give you enough quiet time in which to hear them, okay? So if you're trying to go through some important decisions now, Spirit is saying to you guys, give yourself time and space to think and meditate on any serious issues you may have with your home or at work, okay? It says here, the different measures suited to the 9 varieties of ground. Wow, of ground. Okay, so we're talking about earth, water, fire, air, etc. The different measures are suited to the 9 varieties of ground. The expediency of aggressive or defensive tactics and the fundamental laws of human nature. These are the things that must certainly be studied. Wow. The expediency of aggressive or defensive tactics. The 4 of Cups could, and the 2 of Cups could definitely be a defensive tactic, okay? And the fundamental laws of human nature, okay? What's human nature? If you release a butterfly and it returns, then it was meant to be, right? The fundamental laws of human nature. These are the things that must certainly be studied. Okay, so if you guys do have a major decision about making a change in your life that is looming, it's okay, right? It's okay to think and to ponder and to look at things, all right? But I also feel like this person may also need to take some time to think about this situation and to ponder it. They may need time to analyze it as well, pile number 1, but not too much time. Otherwise, they're going to miss out on a beautiful 4-leaf clover, which is my pile number 1s, okay? So thank you so much, pile number 1. I hope that that reading resonated for you, and I hope that it brought you a little bit of peace of mind, okay? And make sure to take care of yourselves, okay? Pile number 1, take care. Let's move on to pile number 2. Okay. Pile number 2, welcome to your reading. You chose the white tea light, and today's reading is called Kiss You Back, Their Thoughts and Feelings, okay? If you kiss me, then I'll kiss you back, pile number 2. Let's go ahead and get into it. For my beautiful pile number 2s, spirits, angels, and guides, please show me the energy here for my pile number 2s regarding this person's thoughts and feelers, okay? Thoughts and feelings. Okay, let's do it. Goodness gracious, pile number 2. I never say that, so that's funny. But anyway, we have the 4 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. And yeah, anyway, the 4 of Pentacles, this person thinking about where they want to invest their energy and how they want to proceed, okay? But I also feel like somebody here could kind of be ignoring their intuition or ignoring the little voice inside them, okay? So pile number 2, let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and see. All right, someone's certainly very keen on making sure that they have what they need, all right? But let's see what else we have here. We have the Queen of Pentacles, alrighty then. we have the Five of Swords, okay? And this is like after, so this is almost like the Five of Swords reversed here. This is the Tarot of Oppositions. And we have the Ten of Swords. Wow. All right. Wow, it's hard to tell with this Ten of Swords what's the opposition, because they both look rough. All right. Okay. So this person, pile number 2, they think you're the Queen of Pentacles, and they're coming up as the Four of Pentacles, okay? So they think that you certainly have I feel like this person thinks that you do have things in common with them, and that there are there are a lot of similarities between you two, okay? And I do think that this person could want something from you, pile number 2, like in the way of attention, or but I also think that's part of the problem as well, is that they want something from you, or they want some attention from you, or they want you, they want your body, they want your time, they want your whatever you've got to give, pile number 2. This person is happy to take, I feel, with this Four of Pentacles here. All right, like they're happy to take whatever it is that you would give them or offer to them. All right, but with the Five of Swords and the Ten of Swords, I also feel like you guys have given this person a lot, or you have been very thoughtful about this situation with this person, pile number 2. But I also feel like sometimes you wonder, like, does this person even see like what I go through? Or does this person even pay attention to, how much they've hurt me, or how much struggle that there's been in this connection? Okay. And I also feel like this person is saying, and I know this is a reading called Kiss You Back, and I want it to be this really happy, hyper fun reading, but it's not, okay? With the Five of Swords and the Ten of Swords, it's really not, and I've got to be truthful with it, okay? And I also feel like some of you guys here are like, I give and I give and I give, but, I'm tired of it, and I don't know what else to say anymore. Like, I don't even really... I feel like there's this whole thing, like, with this person where they're wondering if there's still a chance here, or if things are just completely done and over with. And I do feel like this person is like, is there anything I could say or do? Okay. And this person maybe owes you an apology, pile number 2, or there's needs to be an apology here. All right. And I do feel like with this Five of Swords here, especially it's coming up in this Tarot of Oppositions, is like the Five of Swords reversed. I kind of feel like, there's an emptiness, I feel like, that some of you, I feel like you're saying, pile number 2, like, this person never expected me to like leave them, or this person never expected me to kind of like take what's mine and walk away. This person never expected me to like realize my own value and just say that's enough. But you know what, it's a funny thing, pile number 2, when you start feeling like miserable enough about a situation, people can only take so much. People can only take so much misery and so much pain before they're just like done with a situation. Okay. And I do feel like this person is kind of like, I feel like this person wonders if you would talk to them still, pile number 2, or that if everything is lost, or if there's still something that could be said or done, or if you've completely like put them on ice, if you've completely like, I feel like this person's actually wondering if you completely forgot about them or if you just completely don't even care anymore. Okay. And I do feel like with the Four of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, this person um, is trying to act like they're fine, or they're trying to act like nothing bothers me. I'm good. Like, I'm fine. Okay. I don't need anything. I have what I need. All right. But if you look here, like this person is like, why did this happen? Like, why can I have what I want? Or it's like they want answers. But I also feel like they think that you're not going to talk to them either, okay? Or that it's so... And pile number 2, I have to say, the last time that you saw this person or talked to them, you were looking very attractive. I just have to say, okay? And you may not have felt that way at all, or you might have been crying or having a bad day or whatever. But I mean, in this person's mind, they see you as somebody who is like, incredibly like valuable, attractive, fancy, beautiful, like, regal. I'm just saying here, okay? Pile number 2, some of you could look very nice in purple. Or, you could have been wearing a purple shirt or a silk shirt or a cute dress or something like that, because I mean, you're looking good. All right. And you may not feel that way on the inside, but I feel like this person, I feel like they put on a show. Pile number, here we go. Here is the 3 of Swords. Yeah, this is on the bottom of the deck. I don't know if you guys even want to hear this. Are you just like, no, Natalie, stop talking about this? Maybe you guys came here for a different person or came here for a different reading, but this is what's coming through, pile number 2. So I got to tell you, all right, I just got to tell you that this person on the outside is acting like nothing bothers them and they're fine and they have what they need. But I also feel like this person's just ignoring the voice within that tells them, that something's off or wrong, okay? And this person could have done this a lot with you, like acted like everything was fine, acted like everything was good, like was very stubborn, never really wanted to, like thought that they could do no wrong, never really wanted to see kind of, I'm getting that this person's like a very prideful person, maybe didn't really want to see what they'd done wrong in the situation or what they needed to fix in the situation. Okay, pile number 2. So I just have to tell you guys that right now. The 4 of Pentacles is the Sun in Capricorn. Okay, so I mean, we're heading into Capricorn season here pretty shortly. We may have some Geminis and Capricorns because the 10 of Swords is the Sun in Gemini. Okay, and the Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn in the tarot. So we've got some, and the 5 of Swords is Aquarius. Okay, so I just said Aquarius, Gemini, and Capricorn. So we may have some people with those signs here. I just have to say, I mean, like whatever happened, pile number 2, it didn't change like your inherent value, and it didn't change who you are. And I think you can feel very proud of who you are, pile number 2. At the end of the day, you may not have felt, here's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like 2 people who are holding their heads very high and who are like, dirt off the shoulder, like it doesn't bother me. But on the inside, both feeling very torn up about something. Okay, but I honestly feel like pile number 2, even if this person isn't showing it on the outside, on the inside, it's like they're melting. On the inside, they feel like they lost everything, you know? So it's very duplicitous, and it's so interesting that there's two images on these cards anyway. It's called the Tarot of Oppositions, but I mean, it's very interesting, pile number 2. So let's see what else we have here. We have Dream Come True and the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you two could be very compatible, or you were very compatible, or you just fit in each other's worlds, or, you know, this person like really trying to court you. We see somebody here with a ring. You know, somebody could have said, hey, you know, we're going to get married, or this whole thing's going to go down, or this is how I feel. And, you know, like really laying it on strong, like only to lose you, pile number 2, which is bizarre. But let's see, we have Drowning. Yeah, and this is coming under the 5 of Swords. So if this person tries to pretend that they don't know like what they did or what they did to you, or that it wasn't that big of a deal, I mean, come on, they know, okay? They know, pile number 2, that this caused you a lot of pain, okay? And for some of you, it could have caused you to question yourselves and question the decisions that you make, and question if you really are making like realistic decisions about love, or left you wondering, why am I always put into this position? Okay. I feel like some of you have dusted yourselves off and have, you know, picked yourself back up and are, you know, but I feel like this person is still, you know, they haven't had much progress with the 4 of Pentacles and the 10 of Swords. This person hasn't had much progress. Like, I think you guys took the pain that you felt and built yourself up to the person, to the rock, to the solid person that you are today, where I feel like this person hasn't really like grown that much, pile number 2. Okay, so I mean, and the word I just got is discouraging. Okay. And it's like, I feel some of you, because I'm telling you this, could be like, well, that's discouraging, you know, that this person hasn't really grown a whole lot. Okay. Or really like faced what they need to face within them, and are still kind of hoping that there's still some leeway here. Okay. We have Ghost here with the 10 of Swords. Okay. So this person not really having the courage, I feel, pile number 2, to like face you or to show you how they're feeling. Like I said, I feel like this person can become a little obsessed with saving face and making themselves look good, okay? And some of them may have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder and may have a bit of a Robin Hood complex, or have a chip on their shoulder about other things in your life that you have no control over, you know, over their monetary status, over, you know, their height. I don't know how tall this person is, over how they look, over, you know, like that they have a very simple home. I mean, who cares at the end of the day? Like, you know, I mean, be proud of what you got, no matter what it is, you know, pile number 2. I'm not one to like, and I feel with the Queen of Pentacles, you guys are not one to judge people like that anyway. Like, you're a very down-to-earth person, and you try to see the value in everything, okay? And maybe that's gotten you into some trouble in the past, pile number 2, okay, with this 5 of Swords and Drowning. Now, you know, this person, I do feel like they have a chip on their shoulder, and at times they may actually be a little bit angry about their life in general. Okay, pile number 2. We have Purse, pay attention to your finances. Okay, so you know what, pile number 2, what's interesting is some of you here could be doing quite well for yourselves with the Queen of Pentacles. You know, you could be really taking care of yourselves, really working hard, really being profitable, really like developing your talents, really like taking it day by day and adding a lot of value to things, okay? And this person may have and I don't mean to say this in a bad way, pile number 2, but They may have a really strong lack mentality, like sometimes thinking that they're king or queen of the world. And I don't mean lack mentality as in the manifestation movement and everyone smile and act like you love life type of BS. I mean lack mentality with a chip on their shoulder, where it's like, yeah, I got what I need, I got what I wanted, and then it's like, I don't have what I need, I don't have what I want. And this person could have actually, some of you, if you were living with this person or you talked about it, this person could have borrowed money from you, pile number 2, or maybe you were always the one paying for things, or, maybe this person, they liked the fact that you had a little bit of money in your pocket, or that you were a hard worker, and that you had the potential to make money. Some of you could have gotten a little bit like weirded out that, that this person seemed to like or want your money. Okay. On the other hand, this person could have, said like pile number 2 is a gold digger, made some, I mean, that's just total BS, pile number 2. I mean, it doesn't even work. That doesn't even work to say that about you. Like, I don't know why someone would ever say that about you, but you handle your own. You're coming through as the Queen of Pentacles. But there is something here about the money situation with you and this person, okay? I mean, I feel like you guys can take care of yourselves. And I think you'd be insulted if somebody, said that. I feel like this person has way more of a chip on their shoulder financially than you. We have mule. This person's a fucking mule, right? Kickstart that mule, pile number 2. We've got, you already tried to kickstart the mule, but we got the 4 of Pentacles with the mule, okay? So this person, like I said, extremely stubborn, chip on their shoulder. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. 4 of Pentacles, absolutely, okay? Like the 10 of Swords, like I'd cut off my nose to spite my face type of thing, and I'll just sit here and leave pile number 2 wondering what's happening and what's going on or whatever, okay? So this person acting like an ass, acting like a mule, okay? Very, very stubborn. And I feel like sometimes this person could have accused you of trying to control them, or that you made it seem like they can never talk or say anything right or do anything right, or that, when you guys would argue or there were things going on, that you would kind of try to control them and they could never say anything right. They may have used this in an argument with you, pile number 2, but that's like really a non-starter in an argument. How are you supposed to have a conversation? Like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like it got to the point with this person, pile number 2, where you're like, how am I supposed to have a conversation with this person? 5 of Swords. Like, I tried so many different ways and I just can't like have the conversation anymore. Okay. We have here yoke, feeling tied down or frustrated. Okay. Yeah. And it looks like here, like this mule has its mouth tied down. You know how sometimes on dogs, they'll like muzzle them, particularly on bigger dogs. They'll like muzzle the dog so that it doesn't like, bark like crazy or go crazy or try to bite other dogs or whatever. But feeling tied down and frustrated. Okay. So, I mean, you're like, well, if I'm so great, why did this person make me feel like I was tying them down? Okay. And, some of them may accuse you of having like marriage on the mind here with this Queen of Pentacles and dream come true, or that you wanted to tie them down. I mean, who wants this person anyway? Pile number 2, like they're like, I felt so frustrated and tied down. Wah, and it's like, well, then go be by yourself then. And I feel like some of them with the 10 of Swords and Ghost have gone to go be by themselves. And I think they are very frustrated and upset, and they could be like, I'm sick of you controlling me. And it's like, yeah, you were the one that like came up to me, you know? So very interesting energy, pile number 2. I haven't seen a reading like this for a while, so here we go. I just need some time to come to terms with what I'm experiencing. Okay, so somebody may have said that, either you or this person, saying, I feel some of you maybe needed to tell this person, like, hey, I need some time to sort myself out. Like, this is not working. Okay, we also have ghost over here. So this person could have said this to you too. Maybe both of you said it to each other at different times, but with the Ten of Swords and ghost, this person could be like, you know, just going ghost and not communicating and not talking and leaving you there kind of holding the bag, okay? Wondering and drowning, like wondering in your mind with no answer what's going on. So that is very bad and awkward of them to do that. We have palm tree here, and it's coming out under the dream come true with the Queen of Pentacles, and it says stability, okay? So I feel like you guys are looking for something serious or stable here, or something that has a bit of, not a bit of, but like integrity behind it, honesty, truth, okay? We have stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, and flexibility, okay? Like all the beautiful things that make a relationship last. And I feel like pile number 2, you have the skills and abilities with the Queen of Pentacles to make something last. You have that ability. But when you're working with someone in a connection who is so stubborn and unwilling to change, and you know, accusing you of tying them down, and they don't want to and but they're happy to take from you. They're happy to take, you know, money from you. They're happy to take favors from you. They're happy to take, you know, sexual favors or whatever it is. They're happy to take whatever it is, you know, and some of you here may have been like, yeah, you know, I thought this was going to be my main thing, and I like gave a lot to this person. Okay, and they left me with a lot of unanswered questions, and they left me in a really bad headspace with the Five of Swords and drowning, okay? And I don't care how good of a face this person tries to put on, they're not impressing me that much, okay? We have love. Wow. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Love, okay? Wow. Okay. So pile number 2, this person could be extremely stubborn and hard to change, and they could have said that they felt very tied down. All right. But I do think that there is something here about you that, you know, there is something, you know, the weird thing is I feel like in a different day and a different time, if this person grows up and, you know, the chip on their shoulder, I feel like Spirit is trying to help this person become a better person, but they get very lost at times in their own like self-sabotage. I feel pile number 2, okay? I do think, if some of you are wondering, did this person even ever love me? Did they ever even care about me? I think so. I do think so, pile number 2. And do I think that this person still has some type of feelings for you? Yeah, because there's just too many signs all over this reading, okay, that says that they may not be showing that on the outside. They may not be showing much of anything. But I mean, I also feel like this person knows that you'd be a good person to be with. But like, you know, I mean, they got a lot of work to do here with everything that they're, you know, experiencing in life. Like they got a lot to sort out mentally here. And they kind of drag you into their BS, which I don't really appreciate. Pile number 2. Did this person love you, or do they still have feelings? With this love card coming out, yeah, I think so. But I also just feel like, you know, with this Five of Swords and this drowning card, it may be too late, you know, with you guys. Like, I feel some of you are going off to pursue something like more stable and better for you, okay? So maybe you do still, part of you still does love this person too, but like, what's up with the toxicity, you know? So pile number 2, very interesting. Yeah, we have Grand Cross and Provoker. All right, so a Grand Cross in astrology is definitely, it's a chart configuration where there's like multiple squares and it makes one big square, and they're all these energies are facing off together, and there's, yeah, it's just a big old mess, okay? And I feel like Mars is here too with this red planet. So it's like anger and frustration. We have this mule here with stubborn and unwilling to change. And then we have provoker, like somebody getting very mad, okay, and feeling frustrated and tied down. I mean, pile number 2. All I see here is like the love, stability, and connection that you have to give someone, and you having a lot to share with someone. And what I see here is someone provoking you with their energy to create like mental unrest and to create big time mental conflict, okay, and distracting you from the things that you need to be pursuing. And some of you could be pursuing the bag with the Queen of Pentacles and this pay attention to your finances. Some of you, you know, you may wonder what's going on in this situation, if this person still cares what's happening. But I also feel like some of you here have to really focus on your work or your money or what's going on. Like, you can't afford to have your emotional energy like decimated or ruined by a person, okay? And they may have told you that they need some time, but ultimately I feel like the time is better for you because it allows you to focus on you, pile number 2, okay? And you know, here's what I would say, pile number 2. If I was you trying to have a relationship with this same person that you were trying to have a relationship with, I don't know if I could do it, honestly. Like, there's a lot of stuff here. Like, I mean, I don't know if I'd want to put myself through that level of hell. And I mean, I've had some bad relationships in my life, but I think sometimes too, as you get older, you just don't have the energy for all this stuff anymore. It's just like, you know, can people come with a little awareness and, you know, with a little bit of having themselves sorted out instead of just completely like, you know, decimating the other person mentally, okay? And I get it. Everyone has their complexes and everybody has, you know, blind spots and issues and etc. This person may have even like accused you of doing things to them or saying certain things or doing things that hurt them as a justification for their actions, right? With the Grand Cross, there's just a lot of like accusatory type of energy, you know, and for some of you, this person may have had a way of kind of like provoking you, okay? And some of you here too, I feel like you might have come here looking for another person to pop up in this reading, because some of you may have actually found someone else that's like a dream come true, that's far more stable and wonderful and like flexible. I mean, secure, flexible, growth oriented. Some of you may have been finding love with something else, okay, or with someone else, and this person just popped up in this reading. And I apologize, pile number 2, but I got what's I got, you know, I got to share it with y'all. So, but some of you may have already, you're like, yeah, you know, I'm putting this behind me. And for some of you, it may be like a love of your work or a love of the things that you're pursuing in life too. But I mean, some of you here could already be like, yeah, you know, I had to give up on this shit a long time ago because it really brought me to a level of pain that I hadn't experienced before, and of mental conflict, and I just can't deal with this person, okay? So I understand that, pile number 2, I really do, all right? So let's get one card of advice here for pile number 2 from this deck, this Art of War deck, okay? One advice, all right. When in Rome, pile number 2. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, keep your fights short. Okay, in the Art of War, and especially with this Grand Cross Provoker, you know, keep your fights short, okay? The advice is that your objective should be to win the war, not keep winning the small battles, is great advice for couples. Wow. Advice that your objective should be to win the war, not keep trying to win small little battles. If you want a relationship to last, is great advice for couples. Say your piece politely and with respect. Listen to theirs in the same manner, then move forward towards peace. Don't pretend it didn't happen. And I feel like with the Ten of Swords and the ghost, this person would ghost out or give you the silent treatment or pretend that things didn't happen. And I feel like, you know, or likes to come back pretending that things never happened. And I feel like with this person, it may have been impossible to keep the fight short, okay? Because I feel like the fighting with the Five of Swords and the Ten of Swords is pretty full on, okay? But maybe, you know, as they say, choose your battles, right? Your objective should be to win the war, not to keep winning the small battles, is great advice for couples. Say your piece politely and with respect. Listen to their review in the same manner, then move towards peace. I think this is what some of you would like, okay? Don't pretend it didn't happen. Deal with it then and there, and then leave it behind, right? Because if you allow things to fester, then they just turn into this crystallized thing that you can't really get through, you know, and then the love that you had with someone is gone. But pile number 2, you know, and I feel some of you here with this Queen of Pentacles, love, stability, you're ready for a connection where people can, you know, if there does need to be conflict or fighting, and there always is in connections, there's always going to be, if you go deep enough, there's always going to be some element of conflict. And if there's not, then, you know, something's kind of off. But anyway, there should be some element of conflict, but it's all in how people handle it, right? Don't pretend the conflict didn't happen. Deal with it then and there and leave it behind you. And I think some of you really want to do that. But the problem is that you were with a person that made it impossible to do that, okay? So you have to understand, I think, pile number 2, do my relationship skills match this person's relationship skills, or are my relationship skills like an 8 or a 9 and this person is like a 1 or a 2? You know what I'm saying? You kind of have to weigh that out. Okay, it says here, there is no instance of a country having benefited from prolonged warfare. Okay, in the Art of War, it was said, there is no instance of a country having benefited from a very prolonged warfare. Okay, and what we see here with this Grand Cross and the Five of Swords and the Ten of Swords is like quite, you know, profound, long warfare that just continues on and on and on, and where people are being very stubborn and leaving, and it's just like, no, you know. So pile number 2, this is, I mean, everyone's crazy in love when everything's going great and everything sparkles and it shines, but, you know, yeah, and sometimes people stay with people because they love them so much, even though the atmosphere is hell. Okay, but Spirit is just saying here, they're saying no, there is no instance of a country having benefited from prolonged warfare. But pile number 2, I would also change that to say there is no instance of a person or a couple having benefited from prolonged warfare. Okay, it's just way too much stress. So pile number 2, those are the messages that I'm getting for you. And for those of you that have moved on to better days, congratulations, and I wish you all the best in your new endeavors, okay, pile number 2, and keep being fabulous, all right? Thank you so much, pile number 2, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care. Let's move on to pile number 3, okay. Let's do it. Ready for my pile number 3s. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the blue tea light, and today's reading is called Kiss You Back, okay? So pile number 3, kiss me and I'll kiss you back. All right, let's go ahead. That's a song in case you know that from a long time ago. But anyway, pile number 3, let's go ahead and get into it. Spirits, angels, and guides, for my beautiful pile number 3s, can you please show me for pile number 3? Please show me, okay? I don't know why, like this is very specific, but I just heard something about red ice skates or ice skating with red on, or red ice skates, or maybe somebody had red ice skates when they were little, or like pink ones, or just like a different color. There's the Page of Pentacles, all right? Talking about, you know, I feel like it's funny, pile number 3, just non sequitur here for a minute, but like some of you could have been like not very serious with the Page of Pentacles reverse, like, you know, like maybe you weren't that serious of a student, or you weren't that serious about life, or you didn't really have the most organized plan for yourself. But for whatever reason, I feel like some of you really like got your shit together, or you're really working on getting your shit together, or some of you are just really going to surprise people with the way that you've changed. Also, for those of you that have been very rigid, I feel like, you know, you could be lightening up a bit, all right? So let's go ahead and see. All right, but the Page of Pentacles reverse could be talking about like a lack of commitment or a lack of follow through. All right, pile number 3, or just like not taking things very seriously and just kind of like, you know, just sort of, it also could talk about like burying your head in the sand a little bit, okay? So we're gonna see. It's like when you have a big deadline for a test and you just don't feel like studying for it, so you procrastinate and procrastinate and procrastinate, you know, and then it's like, shit, I gotta take this thing, you know? I gotta come up with a plan now and I don't have one. All right, so the Page of Pentacles could be the dream where you go to school and you're naked and like everyone's laughing at you and you're not ready for the test, you know, those types of anxiety dreams. Anyway, pile number 3, maybe some of you had that a lot in school, but let's go, or you always procrastinated or felt that you weren't ready. But let's go ahead and see for my beautiful pile number 3s. Spirit, can you show me, what is this person? What is this person? What is this person? Who are they? Are they the Loch Ness Monster or what? There's the sun on the bottom of the deck. They're like, no, I'm the sun. Also, the sun is like very childlike and fun and free and innocent, and yeah, and maybe a little wild and crazy, you know, and that's cool. Pile number 3, maybe some of you have decided that you want to work on your inner child, or you want to work on, you know, enjoying more, or you don't want to be so serious anymore. So let's go ahead and see. You know, the sun also brings a lot of light into our life. So hopefully this person is focused on bringing light into your life, pile number 3. Otherwise, I'm going to have to kick them out the door. So let's see. We have the Ace of Pentacles reversed, okay? A little timid there. We have the Queen of Cups, okay? And the 3 of Cups. Aw, okay. I just heard, you don't have to do anything. I'll be right there, okay? You know, I feel like this person is saying you don't have to do anything or be anything or like whatever. I just want you to like be yourself, okay? And I do feel like with the Queen of Cups and the 3 of Cups, I feel like a lot of you might have, you know, put a lot of like, some of you in this pile could be like deeply creative or spiritual. I feel like some of you feel like maybe you wasted time kind of putting a lot of emotional energy into situations that weren't gonna work out, okay? And some of you may have felt like relationships didn't, like people that you liked really saw you more as like a friend or more as like a really cool like person in their life, but not really as like the love of their life, okay? And however, pile number 3, some of you just, you know, you could have dealt with that in the past, all right? But I also feel like some of you could be like having a little shy thing going on with this person, all right? There could be this little shy, flirty vibe going on between you and this person. However, I do think this person like gets a big smile on their face when they see you, or is genuinely happy to see you. Okay. I also feel like this person could have had a dream about you, or you could have had a dream about them. All right. And I feel like this person is like saying, I have feelings for pile number 3. And I want to spend more time with pile number 3, but I'm not quite sure how to make that happen with the Ace of Pentacles reversed. And with the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles reversed, you know, we could be talking about somebody being a little bit shy or a little bit like nervous about approaching someone and letting them know how they feel, okay? But with the 3 of Cups here, there is a lot of nice energy between you and this person. There is a coziness between you and this person. Even if nothing worked out romantically, I feel you and this person could be friends, if anything, because there is like a cozy sense of home or a cozy sense of communication. I feel like, you know, it was surprising when you two met, because there's this like very nice communicative vibe between you two, or an instant friendship between you two, or an instant like recognition of each other. Okay. But I also feel like with the Ace of Pentacles reversed, the timing may not be the best, or there may be some practical details about the connection that are a little, I just heard with this Ace of Pentacles, I'm going to take this coin and put it in my pocket and like save it for a rainy day, or I'm going to take this and put it in my pocket. It's like this person is saying that you're a potential like someone for them, you know? Like, you know, timing could be a little bit of an issue here. Like I said, pile number 3 with the Ace of Pentacles reversed, but it's not like you made a bad impression. It's not like you, it's not like, you know, you did something glaringly wrong or anything. I think there is, I think there is like genuine feelings here between you and this person. Okay. But, you know, the Ace of Pentacles also provides a sense of grounding and a sense of like direction, you know, and without that, then it's kind of like, okay, like, I'm so happy to see you, right? Like the sun, wow. And you know what's funny is the sun is not that shy, okay? So the sun is like very like vibrant and open and enthusiastic, and the sun isn't really like somebody who's super shy or super like held back, okay? So maybe some of you are also feeling a little self-conscious as well. Maybe you're afraid that this person kind of picked up on those vibes, all right? Because, yeah, I mean, I feel like there is something about this situation or person that activates big feelings, you know, that activates some really like big feelings within both you and this person, okay? But it may be lacking a sense of like beginning or a sense of practicality. Like there's feelings there, but where is it going, you know? So let's see what else pile number 3 in this nebulous cloud. This nebulous Neptune cloud, what can we figure out? We have the 1 with the Ace of Pentacles reversed, okay? For some of you, this person could have been like married in the past, or they could have been with someone long-term in the past that they thought was the one, but it didn't work out, okay? We have soon, the 1 and soon. The soon is on the Queen of Cups, all right? So this person has feelings here with the 1, all right? And But they gotta, and this message was a little bit similar in pile number 1 as well. They gotta be willing to let something grow here, because I feel like they're saying soon, soon with the Queen of Cups, like their heart is calling, or they feel like you could be this one. We have energy with the Three of Cups. Okay, so I feel like this person doesn't really want to let the good vibes go to waste, because if you wait too long or you don't take action on something, then, the time kind of slips by or passes by. All right, so, okay, for some of you, I'm also getting, for those of you that are dating someone, like you are dating someone right now, I feel like this isn't if you're trying to date this person and you're not doing it yet, or you and this person aren't talking right now. This is for those of you that are actually dating someone. I feel like this person has, with the Queen of Cups and Three of Cups, has real feelings for you. And for some of you, they're wanting to tell you that, pile number 3, but they're not sure when the right moment is, or if it's too soon. Okay, and that's just for those of you, like I said, I qualified it because I don't like to give people, false hope about things. All right, and I like to be real. But for those of you that are embarking upon a connection and you're in a connection, okay, I feel like this person is really, with this Three of Cups and energy, like they have a lot of really positive regard for you, and a sense of emotional bond to you already. Okay, but some of them may be a little bit concerned that it's too soon to kind of say something. I mean, it's so funny. Like, I think about, I don't know why this is coming up for me, pile number 3. I don't bring myself into readings, just so you guys know. Like, I'm not reading my life situations to you. I'm reading your situations to you. But anyway, it kind of reminds me of the time, but sometimes Spirit will show me things and I'm like, okay, it's like that. Like, I remember the first time that my boyfriend actually said that he loved my dog before he told me that he loved me. And like later on, he said it was because he was kind of afraid, like he thought he would test the waters with my dog. But anyway, pile number 3, like, okay, this is interesting. This is very interesting. So let's see what else we have here, because I feel like it's like, okay, this person's got some feelings going on here, but when to say it or what to do, right? So we have here Axe, forces working against you. What is that about? What is that about? Pile number 3. Okay. And maybe this is an ex of this person, or your ex, or some BS, but the forces that are working against things, we have haystack, karma, you will reap what you have sown. Wow, that's pretty serious, okay? And when I saw the haystack, I was thinking of like a needle in a haystack, or finding something really like valuable. But I also feel like if people fuck with things too much, then they're not ever going to find what they're looking for. Like if people intrude on other people's connections, and for some of you, this person may have an ex that intrudes or tries to get back with them, or they may have something like that. I mean, you can, or maybe you guys have an ex that tries to do that to you, but you can only, I mean, people can only intrude so much on other people before, before they're just totally lost, or before they're so concerned about other people and what they're doing, they forget to deal with like the mounting problems in their own life. So this is very interesting, pile number 3. I wasn't quite expecting this axe and haystack here. We have not unsuccessful plans. Jesus. Okay. Well, there is a snag, all right? And there is something, You know, there may be somebody that is against you two getting to know each other, or doesn't like it, or is jealous, or, you know, is not completely on board with this connection, okay? Or there may be some forces working against it and trying to control something, pile number 3, okay? And, I'm getting an image here of somebody. Okay, I'm also seeing in this haystack, I'm seeing like a pig, you know, and pigs are very cute, but I feel like this is like a very like ugly pig, or like a very like ugly, rude pig. And honestly, pile number 3, I feel like I'm seeing this person's ex, okay? And I feel like this person fucks with this person, or you're so much different than that person, pile number 3. I mean, you're like very caring and sweet and loving and kind with the Queen of Cups and 3 of Cups. Very unexpected with the Ace of Pentacles reverse. I mean, this person may be a little bit like thinking, you know, they don't pick the right people sometimes, or this type of thing. But honestly, pile number 3, I think it's this person's ex is what I'm seeing here. And this person could have some ugly hair, or have some like very ugly features. I mean, I don't mean to be rude, but I'm just saying so you know what I'm talking about, okay? And I'm trying to see what this person is doing, pile number 3, okay? I feel like sometimes this person likes to plant ideas in this person's head, okay? The person that you're getting this reading about. I feel like this force working against tries to kind of put things in this person's head at times, okay? I'm seeing the initial D and the initial C. I'm also seeing a G, okay? So if you have those initials, and I see a B here, and an R, okay? And I'm seeing the number 33, okay? And 23. So this is very interesting, all right? And I do feel like this person tries to like start things by like, you know, like there are a lot of hot air, and the things that they're saying are like, you know, and they make this person sad too, because you see these clouds covering up the sun, and then you see the sun right here. Okay, and I just picked up this whole stack, and there's the 5 of Swords on the bottom of the deck there, okay? So, you know, this person may not know always what's going on, or they may not have believed that this person could really be so bad or wrong for them, okay? Because there is some like naivety with the Sun and the 3 of Cups and the Queen of Cups. It's like, nothing will ever hurt me. Everything's perfect, you know? But it's like, whoa, what's going on here? Okay? So, and I feel like this person will purposely try to say things in order to make other people's day like less sunny, to dull other people's shine, or to like rain on people's happiness, or rain on people's parade. Okay, but I think ultimately this person isn't going to be successful. They may have tried to stop something from happening here, realizing that this person has feelings for you, pile number 3, but I don't think it's going to, at the end of the day, like they can create all the knots and all the whatevers that they want to, but ultimately at the end of the day, it's just delaying the inevitable, pile number 3. This person likes you, okay? We have here, I want to please you in all ways, but I am insecure about my body, mind, and spirit. Yeah, I think this person is insecure, like I said, with the Ace of Pentacles, like a little unsure, kind of like really liking you and wanting to please you with the Queen of Cups, and wanting you to have fun and to be really sweet and nice to you, but is a little bit insecure. In pile number 3, they could be insecure because of this ex, because of this person, because of the way that, this person treated them. And some of you may also resonate with that, because I feel some of you here could have had a parent that seemed like very nice and sweet and caring on the outside, but on the inside was really jealous of you, or was working against you, or trying to cause issues in your life. Some of you could have had a parent or a sibling that was like that. Okay, so I think you guys are not like naive. You guys have had, experiences. I feel pile number 3 when other people have tried to work against you in your life, okay? And so I think, some of you here may really know how to fight back, or when it's time to fight back, and these types of things. Although I feel like you guys are my lovers, like not my fighters, but you can if you need to, okay? However, I feel like this person that you came here for this reading for could have been in a relationship with somebody that really tied them up in knots, and really made them second guess themselves, and really made them feel badly about themselves. Okay, so I am really sorry, pile number 3, for if you experienced that, or this person did. That is not fair. We have girl talk here. So some of you may have been talking with your girlfriends about this situation, or you might have recently been chatting with a friend and they're like, yeah, I think this person does like you, or yes, I think they really I think I really like them. She's wearing a t-shirt that says yes on it. Okay, so time with friends. And I love the 3 of Cups, because the 3 of Cups is definitely a very friendship type of a card. Okay, so maybe some of you here have not wanted to kind of lay it on too thick, or you like this person too, but you don't want to seem too available. Okay, so you've been spending time with your friends, you've been moving on, you're living for the moment, you're having fun, you maybe were happily being single, living your life, living la vida loca over here, pile number 3. And, for those of you that had a really bad situation with someone, an ex, or someone who was working against you, I feel like it's such an accomplishment to just get to where you are now. I feel pile number 3, you should be very proud of yourselves, okay, for getting to where you are. And yeah, I love that. Pile number 3, good things coming for you. All right. I also feel like this person has been healing too, and I feel like they're almost ready with the Queen of Cups and soon. I feel like they're almost ready to kind of open their heart again, or they're almost ready to make a move, or to kind of keep going on something here. Okay. And I feel like they have been healing and living in the moment and having fun and having more energy, right? So that's a very good thing. And for those of you who are going to introduce this person to your friends, I feel like your friends are going to be like, yes, okay, they're going to like this person, or they're going to be going, yeah, this person is really great or really cool. Okay, we have Judgment here. All right, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Okay, so I think you guys do understand that. I think you guys are very understanding, and I think you do understand that for some people, they had people around them that were very mean to them, or awful to them, or maybe even in childhood too, with the Page of Pentacles reversed, making someone feel really bad about themselves. Okay, and some of you could have had, like I said, a parent or a sibling or a lover or someone in your life that was very judgmental towards other people, or judgmental towards the way other people lived. Okay, I'm also getting an LGBTQ vibe in this pile number 3. So I just want to share that with you too. I'm also kind of feeling that, women loving women vibe in this pile. So some people here like literally might have been judged for the people that they love or the person that they love or the type of life that they want to leave. But I also just feel like it doesn't matter anymore. I just feel like, it doesn't matter anymore. I feel like this person, both you and this person, are kind of like growing out of the fear of other people like judging you for the way you want to live your lives, okay? And with that comes like a new sense of freedom or a new sense of joy, okay? And like judging people, and we all have to judge, like we're all judging all the time, and it's a part of a neurological process, right? The difference between like the process of judging and analyzing things versus the process of just judging people like, in a really negative way. Pile number 3, okay? And I just feel like if people made you feel that way when you were younger or when you were a kid, or if friends judged you or people judged you, pile number 3, I just feel like, and some of you in this pile I feel are very sensitive too. I just feel like you're turning a page on this, pile number 3, okay? And I think it's really good. I like it. Ooh, yes, we have Leo. I will. Yeah, so pile number 3. If you're getting to know this person and it's like, are they ever going to tell me like how they feel? I think they like me. I think they're into me. Their answer is, I will. They're like, I will get my shit together and I will tell you. I will, like gather my courage and tell you. Okay. So we could have some Leo people. We also have the 3 of Cups and the Queen of Cups, or Cancer in the tarot. So we could have some Cancers up in here with a Leo, okay? But it's this energy of like, yeah, I'm gonna grow a pair, or I'm gonna grow a pair of boobies, or whatever, balls, whatever you wanna say, pile number 3. I'm gonna grow a pair and tell pile number 3 how I feel, okay? And this person may be hesitant because they feel, like judged or insecure, or that people talk behind their back. But whatever the case, pile number 3, I feel this person is definitely going to rise to the occasion and let you know, okay? So let's see. I want to get, I will, all right? I will. And I feel like you guys are going to be proud of your choices and your decisions and what you decide to do in your life. And you're not going to let other people's judgment get you down, whether that's family, friends, exes, whatever it may be. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. Like I said, in summary, pile number 3, I do feel like this person has feelings for you. I do feel like they care, and I feel like they may be telling you, like on a deeper level, for those of you that are getting to know someone on a deeper level, okay? So if there are people trying to screw with the connection or whatever, just, pay them no attention, pile number 3. Just keep doing you, all right? So I'm going to draw a card from this oracle, the Art of War. There it is, okay? What was this one? It kind of turned up. Speaking in public. Wow. Okay, so some of you may be speaking in public with this Leo. I'm going to read both of these because this card popped out too. And we can be very afraid that people are going to judge us, right? And Leo energy is saying, I'll take the stage, take command. But we can feel like very scared speaking in public. And also this person could be very scared to speak to you for fear of retaliation from someone else, or your ex or their ex. Or, they may be a little bit afraid to like say something to you, but I feel like they will, okay? Speaking in public. The prospect of speaking in public can be terrifying. However, it is a great skill to develop. The enemy of the public speaker could be the lack of a point, mumbling, okay? With the Ace of Pentacles reversed, maybe so. Like, mumbling. And like I said, Page of Pentacles, like procrastination, not being prepared. If you do have to prepare it to speak in public, prepare. Okay. Pile number 3. But anyway, all right. The enemy of a public speaker could be the lack of a point, mumbling, reading your speech directly from your notes, and making too much of your own mistakes, like saying sorry over and over again. Know yourself means know your material, relax, be confident, Leo, okay? Know your material, relax, be confident, dress right, sober up, okay? Practice and be yourself. Wow, I like that. Very empowering, okay? It says, if you know the enemy and know yourself, your victory will not stand in doubt. If you know heaven and you know earth, you may make your victory complete. Okay, if you know the enemy. So the enemy in this case would be speaking in public or like saying how you feel. And this person may be a little bit nervous about this, but when they relax and are confident and just, act like themselves and practice, like everything's going to be fine. Okay. For those of you that need to speak in public, there's some good advice. And I think you're going to be just fine with this Leo, I will. It's like, yeah, you're going to do it. You're going to perform. You're going to do great. For my actors out there, for, my people that have to speak in public for their job, you're going to do awesome. Okay. And here's the last one here. And we have consider the cost of an argument. And some of you, I hope there's not an argument with a friend coming up or something here with this girl talk and judgment. And, maybe you are talking to some friends and you sense a hint of judgment from someone. Okay. But it says, consider the cost of an argument. Before you start an argument with someone, be it a partner, a friend, or a colleague, consider the consequences of doing so. If it goes too far, the fallout may be bitter, resulting in bad blood, grudges, okay, right? Acts, forces working against you. All right. So if it goes too far, the fallout may be bitter, resulting in bad blood, grudges, and a breakdown in communication. Even if you quote unquote win the argument, what you win may no longer be worth having. Okay, so for some of you, there may be a message here as well, like to rise above it and know that there's people that care about you. And if there's people that are throwing you attitude, like just bypass it because it may be more trouble than it's worth. All right. And it says here, it's only the one who is acquainted with the evils of war that can thoroughly understand the profitable way of carrying it on. Okay. So, if you know something very well and it's a rough situation, you can carry it on if you know what you're doing. But if you don't know, then consider the cost of an argument. Okay. So some of you may have something brewing in your life at work or friend or colleague or something. And it's like, yeah, consider the cost of the argument, okay? It may not be worth it. Sometimes just a nice walk will get your mind off something. Somebody said something to me the other day when I was in a group, and I didn't like what they said, and I didn't think it was appropriate. And the old me might have like gone off or said something, but I didn't. I just said whatever. And I honestly forgot about it until like a week later. I thought about it one more time, but it's like, why bother? Consider the cost of an argument. Is it worth it? Right? It may not be worth it. So just a little side note there for you, my beautiful pile number 3s. I'm sending you much love for your journey. Okay. And thank you to everybody who came to their reading today. Many blessings on your path. Take care.